coffee, tequila, Advil, shake a body, carbonate your blood and burst. A belly, a vein, a belief that everything will be okay. How could we toy with biochemistry, mutate our memories, essentially inject intention, deny divine intervention, surgery, a smile? Nothing tastes better than things that don't belong. Ixum, disagree and iterating. There is something beautiful about artificial joy that makes us feel more real than anything natural. I wish to be fake, so I don't have to feel. I wish to fully feel, so I don't have to feel fake. Shake a body, shake a body, shake a body, shake a body, shake. People pass the doomsday clock on their big clock game. Locked in like Manhattan ain't a graveyard just waiting to happen, and have a cubicle-shaped coffins with some coffee to numb this. Run this by your boss, your loss, not your landlord. You don't show this. You don't own shit, but the shit you got in your pocket, so watch it, because that shit is watching you back, bitch. Don't slip, don't miss, step a paycheck, cash that, then clock back in, lock in, before you become the next nigga they lock up and log in to the system. From a 9 to 5 to a 24/7 prison. Same shit, just different, distant, twisted. Don't you know? War ends war, death ends death, slavery ends slavery. That's how it's always been. The end of the line. Timeline shrink and shiver. We watch the clock grow slimmer like we are at Times dinner, and we can win her over with promotion, production, place ads. Yes, why don't we tell time? The economy's booming. As bombs rain down, but not over Brooklyn yet. The Bronx, maybe Queens, Harlem, New York, scapegoats, last hopes, coffin for the chain smoke and chokeholds. Don't you know America runs on Duncan? Our heads under rough waters, watch the waterline rising, empires like tides in every enterprise, promises salvation from the pain through its perpetuation, making masochists out of the U.S. population. Get accustomed to starvation, be complacent, I mean patient, enjoy the waiting, the craving, the taking. Life is a game, get gaming, get playing, don't blame the rules. That's a skill issue, that's a build issue, not mine, just grind, get your stats up, stack your racks up, we're ching-ching. You know, adults my small age don't dare to dream of a livable wage, a livable cage, a comfortable decay, or we just have to make it. Break it, copyright claim it, because revolution is televised, scribe, monetized, it's alive! Like Frankenstein, stitched together bodies on bodies of resurrected rage. I don't remember the ozone layer when it was whole. I only remember missing, mourning, reaching, as if I could put the world back together just by dreaming, and I swear, I drank before I drank coffee, coughed out tequila, took Advil to make the pain go away. I swear I didn't always shake a body, shake a body, shake a body, shake a body, and I swear I didn't always shake home. The whole world is on fire, literally and figuratively in so many ways, and it's only a matter of time before we all burn down with you, right? That's a sentiment I hear from my peers and from myself on an almost damning basis. My generation was raised, of course, in the era of the internet. Limitless access to limitless information, which in many ways is great. It's much harder to convince someone my age that climate change isn't real when there's heaps of evidence available at the press of the finger. At the same time, it's impossible for us to survive a day on our phones without seeing an Instagram reel describing exactly how irreparable the damage we've done to Earth is, or legislation declaring our bodies illegal and excruciating need to, or sometimes just dead people. It's impossible to look away. There are countless apocalypses being essentially live streamed at all times for all to see. And what can we do about it? We go to work, go to school, get that check, get that degree, close our eyes, pray for retirement money, and keep on keeping on. We drink coffee in the morning, drink tequila at night, and take Advil throughout the day to make the whole world go down easy. Right? To make the whole world go down easy. We drink coffee in the morning, drink tequila at night, and take Advil throughout the day to make the whole world go down easy. It often feels like the only thing we can do is try our best to dissociate in order to keep living in a dying world that wants us dead too. But as a poet, I must constantly imagine beyond apocalypse. When the government limits and punishes free speech, what they're targeting at the root is imagination. Their goal is to diminish our ability to envision and therefore create beyond the boundaries they've set for us. And they do that by insisting that emptiness is the only way through. So, the role of poetry in Apocalypse is to resist the dissociation that the dying world demands of us. Who here likes science fiction or fantasy? Maybe you watch it when you get home from work, maybe you read it, Harry Potter, Star Trek, whatever, DC. These are all examples of media that transport us into entirely different realities, where we can imagine ourselves as entirely different people living entirely different lives. Poetry does the opposite. Poetry immerses us in reality, showing us the fantasy of freedom as a way out on the other side. So poets have a purpose: to archive the truths being violently silenced, and to use our imaginations to free us from shackles we can't touch, but can only feel. We can't touch, but can only feel. Sorry. A poet's purpose is to archive the truths being violently silenced, and to use our imaginations to free us from shackles we can feel, we can't get in touch. When we poet, especially the blackest, queerest, most marginalized of us, we are fighting for ourselves, defending ourselves with the arsenal of our imagination. Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution will not be televised because the first revolution is a revolution of the mind. Poetry is the way our minds do what our hands can't until they can. Poetry is the way our minds do what our hands can't until they can. So poets have a duty, not only to reflect the times, but to surpass them. And that is why we must write, must listen, must celebrate poetry, not as a pastime, but as the critical tool for liberation. Poetry as the first step, poetry as the front line. So I'd like to finish up with a poem for the people who write like me, archive like me, imagine like me, and especially for the young Black girls who don't yet know how to, but who can feel that they must. I am too Black to be a pacifist after all this pain. You say I'm angry, I say I'm heavy. With my ancestors' weight in graves, they could come out in a million different ways. Some days I am a vigilante. Like every shiesty in the subway ups the emotional ante. The tourists get antsy, but my sharp edges shape safety. Barbed wire holds me faithfully. You think I built these walls hastily? You think I love myself hatefully? You say that I'm ungrateful. Ask me where my joy resides, but what makes you worth witnessing my joyful sides? Why do you deserve to see me and smile as the world goes round from the blood that I cried? Your pride relies on my black shame. Your simple pleasures derive from my complex pain. Your porcelain beauty banks on the backs of your slaves, and I am too Black to bear your blame. You spit in my face and expect me to spit a peaceful poem on this stage? My Black girl dreams are full of Black girl rage. This grief has bones. It doesn't just fade to black. Hyphen woman, hyphen hood means bullets, hyphen beauty, hyphen scars that still bleed. And I'm still being told to suspend my disbelief, to vote for diet evil for a fraction of my peace. They promise they'll release us from the chains that they create. If we close our eyes and compromise and wait and wait and wait and wait, I am too Black to put my liberty in the hands of these United States. I am too Black to stand stagnant and hope for things to change. I am too Black to leave my freedom up to fate. And I am too Black woman to break. Thank you.